Hey, what's up guys, Aaron here. So in this video, I'm going to touch on a lot of things that people still had questions on, including loans. So if you had a loan, what is that going to look like? I'm also going to touch a little bit on voting, especially if you had a custody claim. Let's head to the computer really quick. I'm going to touch on this whole toggling your claim to full stock, and also if you want to toggle your claim to possibly get more crypto. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Then going over how we're going to be getting our crypto back, and it looks like PayPal for most of us, but I'll go through everybody there. Going over custody, so basically what happens to possibly get 100% back. How do you need to vote? We do not have the voting form yet, but we will very, very soon. I'm then going to go over this whole retail borrower deposit claim. Very confusing wording. I'm going to go over the fact that you do not need to repay your loan. Some people still think that they need to send more money into Celsius. You don't. I'm going to explain what that looks like mostly in this chart here. I'm then going to talk about how much people in Earn and also in the convenience class, so that's people with under $5,000, will be getting back. And the hard part is it does depend on the price of crypto. So a little bit more about the convenience class as well, what they'll get. We have some voting deadlines and also a couple days before we should be getting our solicitation package. And then I'll touch on contacting Stretto if you wanted to call them or if you had a problem receiving your solicitation package. That basically means what they're going to give you the information to vote effectively. So before I dive into those topics, and especially talking about PayPal, which is going to be for most people how we're going to get our crypto back, I want to talk about Aura, which is the sponsor of this video, and how I think it's really applicable to being a Celsius creditor. So here is my Aura account on my phone. I'll show you everything it can do, but basically it is a full suite of online protection. So regarding how Celsius is going to give us our money back, they say PayPal is going to be for most people, but some people are going to get some other distribution agent. We don't even know yet how a lot of people are going to get their crypto back. Celsius says that they're not going to share your personal information with these distribution agents. I don't really know if that's going to be true. And just to be safe, there is something in Aura called a data broker removal. So what data brokers are companies that collect your personal info and then they sell it to other institutions. So they can collect your driver's license, your home address, your shopping habits, your browser history, your phone number, your email addresses. So what Aura does is it opts you out of these data brokers so they don't have your information to basically sell to other people like advertisers or marketing agencies. So in addition to the whole removing your info from data brokers, Aura can also identify and monitor your personal information as much as you want, basically your passport, your birth certificate, driver's license, email addresses, etc. So they are giving you guys a 2-week free trial if you want to check it out using my link, which is aura.com/Aaron Bennett, or you can use your camera to scan the QR code on the screen. I would suggest it because your data has definitely been leaked to these data brokers, I'm sure plenty of times, just being involved in crypto, unfortunately. And it's just a really good idea to have a full suite of online protection that is just constantly monitoring your information. So again, 2 weeks for free using my link, aura.com/Aaron Bennett, or scan the QR code. Now let's get back to the video. So let's talk about the first thing, which is toggling your claim to stock. So this is probably going to be less popular. So most people will be able, and if I had to guess, most people will be able to toggle their entire claim to this NewCo Fahrenheit equity or stock. So this is very important, and this has to do with the ballot form. So if you decide to toggle to stock or to crypto, which I'll get to in just a moment, basically you are agreeing that up to all, very important, all of your liquid crypto may be converted to NewCo common stock. So there's no way to say, oh, I just want 10% of my crypto to go to stock. It's one or the other. And if I had to guess, I think that if you toggle your entire claim to the stock, saying, I don't want any crypto, I just want all equity or all stock in this new company, all of your claim is going to be toggled to stock. So what this means is right here. Basically, they would take what you would be getting in crypto, so that 37.5% approximately, they would take what you would be getting in crypto and they would multiply it by 1.3, or basically give you a 30% additional premium if you decide to toggle into the stock. And that's in addition to what you would already be getting in the stock. So I hope that makes sense. Basically, you would be getting a 30% premium if you decide to go from crypto to the stock. But if you want to toggle to crypto, it would be the opposite. So this would give you 30% less. So let's say that on your ballot, you click the button that says, I want to get all crypto. So if you click the toggle to crypto button, what they will do is see how much available crypto there is. So the people that had a borrow claim or a loan, they get priority with this. So that was part of the settlement agreement that happened, I think, last month. So if you just have an earn claim, we have no idea if you'll be able to just get crypto. My guess is you won't be able to get 100% crypto. But let's say that you can get some of your claim or some of your equity into crypto. Basically what that would mean is, like, let's say they were going to give you, I don't know, $5,000 of equity. Or in this example, let's say $1,000 of equity. Then what that means is you would get 70% of it in crypto. So you would be losing 30% if you go from equity to crypto. So I hope that makes sense. There are some charts here if you want to pause the video and read it, but that's basically how it works. You're getting a 30% premium if you go from crypto to equity, and you are losing 30% when you go from equity into crypto. Now, again, we don't know if everybody is going to be allowed or have the option to toggle to crypto. My guess is that more people are going to want to get crypto than stock, but I really don't know. So me personally, I may just do a full toggle to equity, because if this is a company that I think is going to do very well or could do very, very well in the next bull market, then maybe this is something I want to do, and I'm going to get a premium. I'm going to get more equity if I do that. So I'll cover this in more detail, but I just wanted to let you know that's kind of what's going on with the toggle. So let's talk about how we're going to get paid. And again, this really ties back to Aura, because I don't trust most third-party companies at all anymore, period. I just don't, they've lost their trust with me. So let's go through the individual accounts. So if you had a custody account or withhold, as long as you don't live in the US, you're going to get your crypto through Celsius, which we did if you had custody, or at least we got our first distribution of that crypto. After day 91, if you had custody, you are going to have to go through PayPal or another distribution agent. So next we have individual earn accounts, and also convenience class claims and unsecured loan claims. So that is going to be like 99.9% of you guys watching. You either have an earn claim, or you're in the convenience class, or you have a loan and an earn, for example. But anyway, as long as you don't live in Hawaii, you're going to have to go through PayPal to get your Bitcoin and Ethereum. After day 91, it'll be PayPal or another distribution agent. And we do not know what the alternative distribution agent will be. So if you do live in Hawaii, it looks like you are just going to go through PayPal to get cash, and they may not be able to actually distribute Bitcoin and ETH to you. Now, international people, this would include people that have an earn account, a loan, convenience class, you are going to get your crypto either through Celsius or another distribution agent. After day 90, you will not be able to get your crypto through Celsius, and it'll go through another company. So I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little confusing, but most of us in the US anyway are going to go through PayPal, which it has its own problems. I'm not a fan of PayPal. I think most people are not fans of PayPal. They've had one experience in the past where they do something really shady, or I don't know. I don't want to go into PayPal conspiracies or anything like that, but most people have not had the greatest experience with PayPal. So that is concerning to me. We will know a little bit more about this in the future once this plan is confirmed, and once they give like instructions about how to set up your account with PayPal, or how to link your PayPal account with your existing Celsius account, or whatever. I don't know how they're going to do it. And this doesn't even have to do with distributing the equity to people. So that's another headache that we don't know how that's going to work yet, but they will figure something out for that. So let's talk about custody really quick. So custody people need to vote yes on the plan to get back 100%. That's if they don't have any clawback exposure. So if you agreed to the settlement earlier this year and you already got your first 36.25% back, you most likely should, and not financial advice, but I would recommend most people to agree to the plan because they are going to give you back 100% if you agree to the plan. If you did not agree to the settlement earlier this year, let's say you just didn't check your emails or whatever, you can still get the same treatment and it's all good. So they say here that if you do not affirmatively vote to accept the plan, your vote will still be deemed a vote to accept the plan, but you will not be eligible for a 100% recovery. So let's talk about loans really quick. So this is still very confusing for a lot of people, but basically it works like this with my little chicken scratch notes. You're going to take your collateral at the date of petition pricing. So there is a document here, which I'll include below, and this shows most people, or it should have your name and your collateral on loan receivable. So it has whatever you used as collateral. So you will have to take whatever it is. So for example, this person has 8.23 Bitcoin as collateral, and then you're going to have to go to this chart and figure out what you used as collateral, multiply how many coins you had by the price of that coin on this chart, and that will be your USD petition collateral amount. And then you are going to subtract your loan amount at the petition day pricing. So basically, how much was your loan and what is that at, again, right here, the price of the coin at the day of the petition. And whatever that amount is going to be treated as an earn claim, or if it's less than $5,000, it'll be a convenience class claim. You could also make it a convenience class claim if it is like just over $5,000 or if that's something you want to do. So it's very important that people read this. You will not have to repay your loan or owe additional amounts to the debtors, the newco, or the post-effective date debtors, whatever, on account of your retail borrower deposit claim, i.e. your loan is being forgiven. So I want to make this clear because a lot of you guys are asking me, for good reason, do I need to have the money to pay off my loan to get my collateral back? The answer is no. You do not have to repay your loan. Your loan is being forgiven. So how much you'll get back is, again, how much your collateral was and how much your loan was, and they will subtract your loan from your collateral, and that'll be treated as an earn claim or a convenience class claim. Now, if you want to do this thing where basically you pay off some of your loan, you can do so. This is really for tax purposes, which I can't advise you if it would be a good idea or not. That's called a retail advance obligation repayment election. It's a word salad. So basically, you can talk to your own tax counsel if you want to do this. Essentially, you can give them dollars and they will give you Bitcoin or Ethereum, but it's just giving you one-to-one values. And again, this just has to do with your taxes. It does not have to do with how much you will get back. So how much are we going to get back? So this is something that will be calculated 15 days before what they call the effective date. So basically, within 15 days before hopefully we get paid out or we get our crypto back, they will have to recalculate the percentages based on the current price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So in the disclosure statement, they are using the prices from May 31st. Bitcoin was 27,000, ETH was 1,800. Right now, we are very, very close to these prices. So most likely, this 37.5% of liquid crypto recovery and this 29.5% of the newco stock should stay around the same, unless, let's say, Bitcoin crashes to 15,000. Then that will affect the percentage back we will be getting back. And from my understanding, if Bitcoin and Ethereum were to seriously crash, we would actually get a lower percent back. Because again, our percentage back is based on the dollarized claim. So if Bitcoin crashes to $10,000, then all the Bitcoin that Celsius has would be worth less dollars because this percent, again, is based on the US dollar value. So it's kind of confusing. There's a lot of moving parts here. But if Bitcoin and Ethereum were to rip to, I don't know, $45,000 Bitcoin, $3,000 ETH, we could see a much higher percentage back, because again, this is based on a non-moving target of your petition claim amount. The thing that's interesting is that we are giving the newco, or we are funding this new company, I think around $500 million or so. And that, I believe, is fixed, meaning that $500 million is fixed. So I haven't heard a really good argument for why we want Bitcoin to drop to $10,000, because basically we would still need to sell some of our Bitcoin or ETH to fund this new company, right? Because that is a fixed amount. Same with the convenience class, because they are a fixed 70% back of their claim. And again, the claims are not going to move with the price of cryptos. So if crypto were to seriously crash, we would need to pay out in essentially dollars the convenience class and also the funding for the new company. So personally, I would love the price of Bitcoin and crypto to kind of hang out around where we are in the mid $20,000 range, maybe even dropping down to the petition price of $19,000. I think that'd be fine. But again, I don't really see this desire for Bitcoin to crash, because we have things that will be paid out in dollars. And right now, Celsius is holding primarily Bitcoin and Ethereum. You see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. And if I'm missing something, let me know in the comments. So more about the convenience class. So we know they're going to get 70% of their claim amount. So if their claim was exactly $5,000, or if you drop your claim to $5,000, you'll get $3,500 and no future income from the litigation trust, and you're not going to get any stock, right? You're just going to get this 70% distribution. But what's interesting, kind of like what I just talked about, is that if the price of crypto really goes up a ton, let's say Bitcoin goes to $45,000 right before they distribute funds, the people in the convenience class may actually get more than 70% back. So it's basically no less than 70% back. So again, a lot of moving targets here. Things are moving. The prices of crypto obviously are moving, and I would like it kind of to stay around where it is if I had to choose. So finishing the video with two things. The voting deadline is going to be September 22nd, and we should be getting our solicitation package on or before the 25th of this month. So like, I don't know, 2-3 days or so from this video. Like I talked about in my video yesterday, they will try to email it to you. And if that email bounces or something happens with that email, they're literally going to send you a USB stick, like a USB drive to your physical mailing address. And that brings me to right here. So you may want to screenshot this if you need to contact Stretto. So if you have any questions, let's say that you moved addresses and you don't have access to your email, you will want to contact them, because those are the only two ways they said they will be able to give you the voting ballot, aka the solicitation package. So there's a phone number here, this 855-423-1530, or there is a 949-669-5873 number. And you can also email them as well, and make sure to include this subject in regards to Celsius solicitation inquiry. So just make sure you do everything correct here if you need to contact Stretto if there's an issue there. All right, guys, that is it for the video. Thanks for watching. I realize a lot of this is review, and I will be probably giving more review, because it's better to hear it twice than to not know what's happening, right? Especially leading up to our ability to vote. Once we get the ballots, I'll be making more videos, so make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Also, there's an email list below if you want to join, and I will send an email when you need to actually do something like vote or submit a document. And finally, again, Aura is giving you those 2 weeks for free if you want to check it out using my link, which is linked below. And again, I would highly recommend it, because having online protection when we're in crypto is very important, and we can't have too much protection, especially with our information possibly being leaked or being leaked in the future. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.